Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well as always. So this is the interview where we'll talk to Mr. PD Agarwal, who is a manufacturer slash entrepreneur and works in Muradnagar, Uttar Pradesh. Do keep watching to understand how the pandemic has affected his business. And guys, I'm still accepting people for giving interviews. So if any of you are interested, do send me a DM and I shall give you all the necessary details. Thank you for watching guys and I hope you enjoy it. So, good afternoon, sir. So, first of all, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and sharing your knowledge with us so as to see how this pandemic has affected people of from different walks of lives. So, today, our first question to you would be, can you define your profession in a few sentences?
See, I am P.D. Agarwal and I am one of the directors of a company named as UR Overseas Private Limited, which is a small company, and we are dealing and also manufacturing textiles. Our manufacturing facilities are located at Muradnagar, which is in district Ghaziabad, UP.
Thank you for that, sir. So today, our second question to you would be, what challenges are you facing in running your company in the immediate present due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the ensuing lockdown?
See, even before this spread of COVID-19, business scenario had not been very good. The demands were already quite low because of mainly lack of money in the market. But after spread of COVID-19, the things have completely been paralyzed. Rather, I can say that the business had practically stopped totally.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. Your third question would be, how are you handling transportation when there is a dearth of labor?
See, we have closed all operations as soon as the Prime Minister declared the lockdown. And before this also, we were operating at quite a reduced capacity, which required quite a low manpower. And most of our workers reside in the nearby areas only. So this was not a problem, but now since we are totally stopped, so there is no problem at all. Rather, not required.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. And our fourth question to you would be, what has been the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic and the ensuing lockdown on your company's finances?
Naturally, the finances too have gone from bad to worse. I will give you an example which we recently faced. We imported certain material from Thailand from our long associated company, which we normally get on DP basis. DP basis means we pay to the bank for releasing the documents, shipping documents. But we could not pay to the bank. So we had to request to the supplier to advise the bankers to release the documents without making payments. Now we have received the material. Material has reached to our site, but we do not know now when we shall be able to pay to the supplier. Such is the situation.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. And our fifth question today would be, what impacts do you predict the lockdown will have on your company as a whole?
This is going to leave us in very, very bad shape. Really difficult situation. And rather not only us, but probably all the businesses and industries will be affected.
Okay, so our sixth question would be, how do you plan to recover from the pandemic and the ensuing lockdown?
At the moment, I cannot make any recovery plan. Things will depend upon how long it continues and its effects after that, and how the situation emerges after COVID recedes completely. I mean, nothing can be said at this moment.
Thank you, sir. Our seventh question to you would be, as an employer, in these tough times, how are you enabling your workforce to sustain themselves?
For them, it is really quite difficult. Most of our labor force is contractual. That means they get for what they work. Whatever item they make, they are paid accordingly. So they are really in a difficult situation. Yesterday only, we went to the factory for making payment for March. We paid them the wages for March. But besides that, we also provided each of their family 10 kg of wheat flour, 2 kg of dals, and a kg of cooking oil. Some which had large families, we provide double the amount. We hope it will sustain them for some time.
Okay, sir. So our eighth question to you would be, like you right now explained how your labor works on contractual wages, which basically means um, they get the salary for what they work. So, and you said that you provided them with wheat flour, pulses, and different basic necessities for sustaining themselves. Was there a emergency fund that you had created to tackle these kind of situations?
No emergency fund as such, but naturally we are going to help our workers. We will not let them die because of hunger.
Okay, guys, I have to stop this interview right here because I'm really hungry and I'm getting thinner and weaker by the day. And all these edits have whacked my sleep schedule. So I'm gonna go have some food, take a nap, and we'll continue this interview in the next part, guys.